Right, so algebra problem is another fantastic resource by David Morse, Maths for Everyone. So thank you for this. Okay, so algebra problems. Normally, these require you to have skills from other questions. So, in this isosceles triangle, what do we know about isosceles triangles?
2 equal sides.
Yeah, 2 equal sides and the 2 base angles. So then we know that 3x plus 32 must equal 87 minus 2x. Now, with these algebra problems, what we have to do is create the equation. So we know they equal each other. So off we go. From there, I'm now going to use my balancing scales. I'm going to add 2x to both sides because what I want is x on one side, numbers on the other. So I get 3x plus 2x is 5x plus 32 equals 87 because minus 2x plus 2x is 0. And then I'm going to minus 32 from both sides. So I'm going to get 5x plus 32 minus 32 is just 5x equals, and 87 minus 32 is 55. I'm then going to divide both sides by 5. 5x divided by 5 is x. 55 divided by 5 is 11. So you can see the hardest part of these problems is figuring out what skills you have to do to write the equation, and then it's just simple solving and rearranging equations. Okay, so again we're faced with a problem and we can see there's some algebra in it. So our first initial thing that we have to do is figure out what equation we have to create. Now this equation has to make sense. So it's really good to read everything. Now, rectangle A has width of x, check, and height of x plus 2, brilliant. So they've written it all down. B has width of 2x, brilliant, and height of 4x, fantastic. It says the perimeter of A is equal to the perimeter of B. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is work out the perimeter of A. So the perimeter of A, I'm going to put PA, perimeter of A. I know for the perimeter I need to do x plus x, because I know that's also x as a rectangle. So that's 2x plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2. Plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2. Okay, I can now see I can simplify this. I'm going to simplify it. I have 2x plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2, which is 4x plus 4. Okay, so the perimeter of A is 4x plus 4. I'm now going to do the perimeter of B. So I know that this is 2x plus 2x is 4x. And then 4x plus 4x is 8x. So 8x plus 4x is 12x. So write down an equation for x. Well, I know the perimeter of A, which is 4x plus 4, equals the perimeter of B, which is 12x. So there we go. I have written a simplified equation. Second part of the question says find the value of x. So here we go again. I want x's on one side, numbers on the other. So I'm going to minus 4x from both sides, because it's the smallest value of x. So I'm going to get 4x plus 4 minus 4x is just 4. 12x minus 4x is 8x. And then now I'm going to divide both sides by 8. 4 divided by 8 is a half. 8x divided by 8 is x. X is a half. Now, some people are used to working on the left-hand side where our x is. It doesn't matter which way. If, though, you are a bit uncomfortable, just rewrite it. 12x equals 4x plus 4. You can rewrite it this way. They mean the exact same thing, so we haven't changed any signs. We've just written it a slightly different way. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so just to clarify, if I do this one again, I know opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. So if this is x, this is also x. If this is x plus 2, this is also x plus 2. Okay? And to find the perimeter, I need to go around the outside. So I have x plus x plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2. I just did it a little bit quicker earlier, but if you simplify this, x plus x is 2x plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2. The brackets weren't multiplied by anything, so I took them out of the bracket and simplified, and that's how I got to here. So the same for the second one. We know that this is also 2x and this is also 4x. Question 3. The diagram shows a shape PQRSTU. All the corners are right angles. The lengths of the four sides are given in terms of A and B. Find an expression in terms of A and B for PU. Okay, so I want to know what this length is. Now, I know that this length is 3A and this length is B. And if I was to push them across here and here, this length is both of them added together, which is 3A plus B. Okay? Okay, so then the next part. This is 3A plus 2B. Okay? And this equals the PQ plus A minus B. Okay, so what do I have to add to A minus B? Well, I can move this to the other side and it will give me our PQ. Okay, so if I take away A from both sides, I get 2A plus 2B equals PQ plus minus B, which is just minus B. And then, sorry, I should have written this in a different colour. If I add B to both sides, I'm going to get 2A plus 3B equals PQ. So this is 2A plus 3B. Because this plus A minus B has to give me 3A plus 2B. And that's true. 2A plus A is 3A. 3B minus B is 2B. Okay? Now, the reason why I've worked it out this way is because I know that we're working on our algebra this way. So there we have it. We have found the lengths of the sides. Okay, question 4. Okay, question 4. So the lengths in centimetres of the sides of a triangle are A plus 5, check. 3A minus 7, check. 2A minus 1, check. The perimeter is 24. How do I work out perimeter? I add them all together, right? So, A plus 5 plus 2A minus 1 plus 3A minus 7 equals 24, because I know perimeter is around the outside. I have 3 sides to add up. Perfect. So now, how many A's? I've got A plus 2A is 3A. Plus 3A, 6A. I've got 5 minus 1 is 4. Minus 7 is minus 3. This equals 24. Okay. So 6A then equals, if we add 3 to both sides, 27. So A equals 27 divided by 6. Which is 4.5 centimetres. Perfect. Okay, so Angelou has X sweets. He eats 5 of these sweets. He puts all the sweets he has left into a bag. Okay, so he had X, then he ate 5, so we're going to take away 5. So that's how much he's put into the bag. Okay. Nina has 3 times as many sweets as the number that Angelo put into the bag. Okay, so this is 3 lots of x minus 5. Nina has 39 sweets. She has 39 sweets. Brilliant. Write down an equation, and that is what we've just done.
Miss, I wrote it.
Yep, some of you may have expanded the bracket and you may have had 3x minus 15 equals 39. That is also okay. The next part says solve your equation to find the value of x. So we can solve either equation, they will both work, and we can do different things. And I'm going to do both of them. So we have 3 bracket x minus 5 equals 39. And then we have 3x minus 15 equals 39. So for this one, the first thing I can do is divide both sides by 3. And then I'm left with x minus 5 equals 13. And then I can add 5 to both sides. And I will have x equals 18. Or, if I look at the other one, I can add 15 to both sides to get 3x equals 44? No, 54. And then I can divide both sides by 3. And x will equal 18. As you can see, there is no right or wrong way. What I love about this is algebra and manipulation. As long as you manipulate correctly, everything is fine. So, well done for that one. Okay, question 6. Paper clips are sold in small boxes and large boxes. There is a total of 1,115 paper clips in 4 small boxes. Okay, I'm going to call small boxes X, large boxes Y. So it's 4X, sorry, plus 5Y. There is a total of 530 clips in 3 small boxes and 2 large boxes. Work out the number of paper clips in each small box and each large box. So here we have simultaneous equations. If you can write the simultaneous equations, you can then go ahead and solve it. Okay, so then from there you can go ahead and solve it. Right, next one. Question 7. So have a read through this and then I'll go through it. So, rectangular tiles have a width of x and a height of x plus 7, as we can see. These are some of the tiles that are used to form a shape. The shape is 6 tiles wide and 8 tiles high. Write down an expression for the width. We know the width is x, so we're going to have x, 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 x. So that's 6x. The height, x plus 7, plus x plus 7, plus x plus 7, plus x plus 7. This is 4 lots of x plus 7, which is 4x plus 28. And if you wanted to, you could have just said x plus x plus x plus x is 4x, 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 is 28. And then part B says the width and the height of the shape are equal. So that means that 6x equals 4x plus 28. Then says solve the equation to find x. Ooh. So I'm going to minus 4x from both sides. So 2x equals 28. So if we divide both sides by 2, we get x equals 14. There we go. Now it's nice and simple. Okay, question 8. So, a rule had x sweets. Nikos has 4 times as many sweets as a rule. So if a rule has x and Nikos has 4 times as many, that's 4x. Write down an expression in terms of x for the number of sweets Nikos has, so 4x. So, Nikos gave 6 of his sweets to Arul. Now they both have the same number of sweets. Use this information to form an equation in x. So 4x take away 6 equals, because he took away 6 and he gave them to Anu. I think this equals x plus 6. Okay? Then it says solve your equation. So 4x minus 6 equals x plus 6. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides. 4x equals x plus 12. Minus x from both sides. 3x equals 12. Divide both sides by 3. X equals 4. So that means our rule started with 4 sweets. Okay? Now we can double check we're right. If our rule had 4 sweets and Nikos had 4 times 4, which is 16. If I took away 6 sweets, I was left with 10. And if I gave him 6 sweets, yeah, I had 10. So then they both had 10, so that is correct. So you can, like, change things round. Some people aren't comfortable with writing x, but if you think, like, 4 sweets, you could just literally write the sweets. That's all we're doing, is we're representing our sweets, our bag of sweets, as x. Okay, so cups cost x dollars each, mugs cost x plus $2 each. Write down an expression in terms of x for the total of 12 cups and 6 mugs. Well, if a cup is x, 12 of them is 12x, plus mugs are x plus 2, 6 lots of x plus 2. So we could expand that as well. So 12x plus 6x plus 12, which is 18x plus 12. Either answer would be acceptable. Okay. Then it says the total cost of 12 cups and 6 mugs is $57. Work out the cost of 1 cup. So 18x plus 12 equals 57. So I'm going to take away 12 from both sides. So 18x equals 45. Divide both sides by 18. So 45 divided by 18 is 2.5. Now remember, a cup was x. So yep, $2.5. Because sometimes they'll say to you in the question, work out the cost of 1 mug. And then you find x and then you realise, a mug is actually x plus 2, which would be 4.5. And remember, when we're working in dollars, pounds, dirhams, it's 2 decimal places, okay, when we're dealing with currency and money. So $2.50. Question 10. This is really similar to the one we had earlier, so we should be able to do this on our own. Okay, so for this one, the width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 lots of x plus 1, plus the height is 3 lots of 5x minus 2. Okay, however, we have 2 lots of this, so it's the whole thing times 2, because it wants the perimeter. So we know the perimeter is 2 lots of the height, which is 2 lots of this, and 2 lots of the width, which is 2 lots of this. So 2 lots of 7 is 14. So we're going to have 14 lots of x plus 1, plus 2 lots of 3 is 6 lots of 5x minus 2. This equals 68. So 14x plus 14 plus 30x minus 12 equals 68. Okay, so 14x plus 30x is 44x. 14 minus 12 is plus 2. This equals 68. So if I take away 2 from both sides, get 44x equals 66. So x equals 1.5. Perfect. Okay, so question 11. The diagram shows a parallelogram A, B, C, D. In the diagram, all angles are in degrees. Work out the value of x and y. Well, first of all, the first thing we know about parallelogram is that opposite angles are equal, okay? So that means x plus 24 equals 4x minus 30. So what I'm going to do is add 30 to both sides. So I'm going to have x plus 54, sorry, that looks like 3, it's 5, equals 4x. I'm then going to take away x from both sides. So I get 54 equals 3x, and then divide both sides by 3. So I get 18 equals x, or x equals 18. Okay, you may have done it slightly different, that's fine. However, x equals 18 is the answer, and you shouldn't be worried if the x is on the right-hand side and we put numbers on the left. It's the same. Then we know that angles in parallel lines. Okay, if you think this line is parallel to this line, what we have here is this is co-interior angles here. So this one plus this one equals 180. So I'm going to write down that equation. 4x minus 30 plus x plus 2y equals 180. Now we know that x is 18, so everywhere there's an x, I'm going to substitute in 18. 4 lots of 18 minus 30 plus 18 plus 2y equals 180. Okay, so I'm going to put all the numbers into my calculator, all these numbers here. So I'm going to have 4 times 18 minus 30 plus 18, I'm going to get 60 plus 2y equals 180. I'm going to take away 60 from both sides, so I get 2y equals 120. Divide both sides by 2, y equals 60 degrees. So x is 18 degrees and y is 60 degrees. Okay, question 12. I want you guys to give it a go, and then I'm going to go through it. Okay, so Ben is x centimetres tall. So I'm just going to write Ben x. Kieran is 8 centimetres taller than Ben. So that's x plus 8. And Bianca is 2 centimetres shorter than Ben. Okay, so Bianca is x minus 2. It says write an expression in terms of x for the mean of their heights. Okay, so I've written all of theirs down. How do we do the mean? We add them all together and divide them by how many they are, which is 3. So x plus x plus x is 3x. 8 minus 2 is plus 6. And if I'm dividing this by 3, this is the same as 3x divided by 3 plus 6 divided by 3, which is 3x divided by 3 is x, 6 divided by 3 is 2. So that is the mean. Okay, so great work, everyone. So the diagram shows a right-angled triangle and a rectangle. The area of the triangle is twice the area of the rectangle. Okay, so what is the area of a triangle? Base times height divided by 2. So we're going to get 9 times 8x plus 4 divided by 2. Okay? And the area of the triangle is twice the area of the rectangle. So area of rectangle is 7 times this, base times height. However, 2 lots of this. So this equals 2 lots of 7 lots of 10 minus x. Okay? Now remember, you can put times there, but mathematicians, we're innovative, a little bit lazy, so we don't write the times. So what we have is 9 lots of 8x plus 4 divided by 2 equals 2 lots of 7 lots of 10 minus x. Okay? So now I'm going to sort this all out. This is what we have is like our formula. We know that the area of the triangle is twice the area of the rectangle. So 2 lots of the rectangle gives us the triangle. Okay? So how can I simplify this? Well, I don't really like to deal with fractions, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of this. So I'm now going to have 9 lots of 8x plus 4 equals, if I times that by 2, I get 4 lots of 7 lots of 10 minus x. Okay, now from here, I'm going to expand all my brackets. No, I don't have to do this. However, I think this will be the easiest way. So 9 times 8 is 72x. 9 times 4, 36. Okay, 4 times 7 is 28. Lots of 10 minus x. Now, again, I am probably doing more steps than I would. However, it's okay. 28 times 10 is 280. 28 times minus x is minus 28x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 28x to both sides. Okay, so that's going to cancel. 72 plus 28 is 100x. And I'm going to minus 36 from both sides. So this is going to equal 280 minus 36. 280 minus 36, which is 244. Divide both sides by 100. And I get 2.44 is my x. Okay? So I found, it says write down an equation for x. Okay, sorry guys, I think I went really ahead. I think we just need to write down this first bit here as the equation. I'm not sure. But then we solved it for x anyway. Sorry, I have no idea. I went on a complete tangent. It is correct. However,
Yes, I got a different answer.
you got a different answer, okay. Okay, just double check if you got a slightly different answer where you've gone wrong. You could have just written the equation as this one, but simplified maybe with the 28 here. Okay, so realistically, the answer for this one you can leave as here. Now, we did go ahead and solve for x. We need that for the next one anyway, because it says find the area of the rectangle. Once we know what x is, we can substitute in 7 times 10 minus x, which we know is 2.44, is going to give us the area of the rectangle. So 7 times 10 minus 2.44, which is 52.92. And then centimetres squared, because we're working out area. So we started I, and then we kind of got a bit, I got a bit lost, and then carried on into II, okay? But however, this is how you do it. Okay, question 14. In the diagram, all angles are in degrees. This is a right angle, so we know it's 90 degrees. And it says angle AOC equals BOC. So they've told us AOC is BOC, so that means these two are equal, okay? Angles around a point at 360, so if we take away the 90 degrees, we're left with 270. So these two are equal. So that means, well, we could do this two ways. We could either say 6x minus 21 equals 4x plus 31. Take away 4x from both sides. I get 2x minus 21 equals 31. Add 21 to both sides. I get 2x equals 52. Divide both sides by 2. I get 26 degrees. Or I could say if this is both 270, okay, if we halve 270, we get 135. I could say 6x minus 21 equals 135. So 6x equals 156, so x equals 26 degrees. Okay, either way is completely correct, or you could have done 4x plus 31 is 35. That's what I love about maths, there's never just one way to do a question. So well done for that one. So Tara has 3 dogs and 4 cats. The dogs have a mean weight of x. Okay. So we know if she has 3 dogs, something divided by 3 equals x. Okay, and then this is obviously the 3 dogs added together. Okay, that's just logical. The cats have a mean weight of y. So we know 4 cats added together divided by 4 equals y. Write down an expression in terms of x and y for the mean weight of all 7 of Tara's pets. So this time we're going to have our 3 dogs plus our 4 cats, and we know we have to divide that by 7, okay? Now, what do our 3 dogs equal? We know the 3 dogs divided by 3 is x, so that must mean the 3 dogs is 3x. So I'm going to write 3x. My 3 is how much the 3 dogs all weigh. And then here, we know the total of the 4 cats over 4 is y, so that means the 4 cats, sorry, my rectangle's getting worse, is 4y. So plus 4y divided by 7 is going to be my mean of all of those pets. And you can see I've literally just laid it out like I would and used some colours. Okay, give this one a go. So, we need to find the area of the rectangle. What do we know? We know that these two, area of a rectangle is base times height. And we also know that this is the same as this. So we know that 3x plus 5 must equal 7x minus 3. So then if I add 3 to both sides, I get 3x plus 8 equals 7x. Take away 3x from both sides, get 8 equals 4x. Divide both sides by 4, x equals 2. Okay, so if x equals 2, 3 lots of 2 plus 5. So 3 lots of 2 plus 5 is 11. And let's just check on this. 7 lots of 2 is 14 minus 3, that is 11. Okay, so we know that's 11. So now, area of a rectangle is w, which is our base, times 11, which is our height, equals 242. So divide both sides by 11 is 22.
Yeah, miss.
Brilliant. So my width is 22 centimetres. That was a really nice question. Okay, question 17. So Barney has the same number of sweets as Millie. Okay, so Barney and Millie both have the same number, which I'm going to call X. Barney gives 15 of his sweets to Millie. Okay, so if we take away 15 from Barney and we give them to Millie. Millie now has 4 times as many sweets as Barney. Okay, so 4 lots of X minus 15, so 4 lots of Barney is now the same as what Millie's got. Okay, work out the total number of sweets. So we expand 4x minus 60 equals x plus 15. If I take away x from both sides and add 60 to both sides, so I'm going to get 3x equals 45. Divide both sides by 3, x equals 15. It then says work out the total number of sweets that Barney and Millie have. So, well, this isn't going to make any sense now, and I'll show you why in a second. Maybe I have gone wrong. So Billy, if he had 15 sweets, he has now 0, and Millie has 30. However, 30 is not 4 lots of 0, is it? Okay, doesn't make any sense. That's right, that means that we've gone wrong. I can see my mistake. I wonder, pause it, see if you can see it. 15 plus 60. For some reason I took away.
75.
Yeah, it's 75.
I also subtracted instead of back.
I did. I subtracted instead of add. That's silly. Okay, divide, I get 25. Okay then. So now, this is why it's always good to double check and see if it makes sense. Billy, 25 minus 15 is 10. And then Millie, 25 plus 15 is 40. Okay. Does that make sense? Is Millie's 4 times of 10? It is. Okay, that is the correct one. It's all right to make mistakes as long as you can spot them and then go back and see where you've gone wrong. Okay, well done, guys. Okay, Vicky makes 8 purses and 9 key rings. Okay, Vicky, 8p plus 9 rings. Self-charity. The price of a purse will be twice as much as the price of a key ring. Okay, so we know that P is in fact 2 lots of the ring, isn't it? So I'm going to get rid of this P and I'm going to write 2R. Okay? Vicky wants to get a total of exactly £40 when she sells the purses and all the rings. Okay, so we want the total to be 40 of 8 lots of 2R plus 9R. Work out the price she needs to charge for each purse and keyring. Brilliant. So 40 equals 16R plus 9R. So 40 equals 16 plus 9 is 25R. Divide both sides by 25. 40 divide 25 is 1.6. So she needs to sell a ring for £1.60. And because we're dealing with pounds, we have to always do 2 decimal places. If we times this by 2, we're going to get the purse because we know there's 2 lots of the ring, which is 1.6, which is going to give me 3.2. So that's 3.20. Now, let's double check that this works this time because I made a mistake earlier and that's fine. So, 8 purses, so 8 lots of 8 times 3.20 plus 9 key rings. Okay, so that's 9 times 160. This should equal £40. 8 times 3.20 plus 9 times 1.60 is £40. Okay, so I know I am correct. Okay, so it's always good to go back and double check what's happened. Well done. Okay, question 19. Here we have a trapezium. Oops. Now remember, it's not area. I was going to say remember. A half A plus B times H is the area of a trapezium, but it doesn't want that anyway. And we'd have to use Pythagoras to work out the height of this. Actually, we could have this as an extension question. Okay, so the 2 shapes have the same perimeter. So let's work out the perimeter, shall we? So we know the perimeter of these 2 shapes. If this is a rectangle, we also know this is 4x. We also know this is 5x plus 5. Now, I can sit here and write all of these, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to simplify them now. 5x plus 7x is 12x plus 5x, 17 plus 9x. What do I get? 26x. Okay? And then we get minus 2 is minus 4. Okay, and this equals, so if we go here again, 4x plus 5x is 9x, plus 4x is 13, plus 5x is 18x. Okay, and then we have 5 plus 5, which is 10. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides and take away 18x to both sides. So 26 minus 18, 26 minus 18 is 8. X equals 14. Divide 14 by 8 is 7 over 4. So x equals 1.75. Now it wants us to work out the length of ST. So I'm going to substitute that into here. So 5 lots of 1.75 plus 5 times 5 plus 5 is 13.75 centimetres. Okay, which is nice. Now, if you wanted to do the area of this to find the height here, you know, now this isn't in the question, but let's just go for it. So 7x minus 2 and 9x minus 2, the difference is 2x. So that must mean that this is x, and this is x, and then that middle bit is 7x minus 2, because x plus 7x minus 2 is 9x minus 2. So if I have my 5x and my x, how am I going to find my height using Pythagoras? And we already know our x now is 1.75. So 5 lots of 1.75 is 8.75. So this is 8.75. And this is 1.75. So to find the height, I need to do Pythagoras. I know a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I have my c, and let's call this a, so I want my b. Because my hypotenuse is always my c. So 8.75 squared minus 1.75 squared is going to give me my b squared. So I need to square root the answer, and I get 7 root 6 over 2 once I square rooted it. That's what b equals. So now I can use this as my height, substituting the other values, and then I'll be able to find the area of a trapezium. Quite a nice extension there. Okay, question 20. Here are two straight lines. In the diagram, all the lengths are in centimetres. AE equals 2 lots of PQ. Find, in terms of x, the length of DE. Okay, so we know that this added together plus this box, and I'm literally just going to draw a box when I do my working out. So x plus 3 plus 2x plus box. Okay, because that's my DE. This equals 2 lots of 3x minus 2. Okay, so now we need to figure out what the x minus 2 is. So x plus 2x is going to give me 4x plus 3 plus something missing equals 2 times 6x minus 4. Okay, so 4x plus 3 plus something needs to give me 6x minus 4. So what I can do is I can do this two different ways. Okay, way number one. I can minus 4x from both sides, so that I get 3 plus my box is 2x minus 4. And then I can take away 3 from both sides to get my box equals 2x minus, sorry, that was a 4, wasn't it? 2x minus 7. Okay, so that means this is 2x minus 7. Or way number two, 4x plus 3 plus something equals 6x minus 4. Now 6x is the same as 4x plus 2x, right? And 3, the number minus 4 can be written as, to get to 3, minus 7 plus 3. Now, 4x plus 3 plus, so this might seem a bit abstract for some of you. However, it's just the beauty of mathematics. They both have a 4x, so we can get rid of that. They both have a 3, so we can get rid of that. So what's left? 2x minus 7, and that is what our DE is. Now, this is, you know, algebra manipulation. This is something that we need to be really happy with, especially if we're looking at doing higher level GCSE maths and A level. We should be happy with doing this. Alternatively, of course, we can use this method, but make sure you understand what I've done here. I've just represented the numbers slightly differently, because if I added all this together, I would still get 6x minus 4. Okay then, question 21. There are 30 sweets in a box. X of the sweets are blue. Okay, so we know the total is 30. I don't know if I said 31, but I can't remember. Right, X are blue. The rest of the sweets are green. Okay, so that must be 30 minus X are green. Aaron takes at random one sweet from the box. Write down an expression in terms of X, the probability that he takes a green sweet. Okay, so how many greens do we have? 30 minus X out of a total of 30. Ah, that was really simple. Nice and easy. Okay, so question 22. Mita, Monica, and Rita are 3 sisters. Okay, Monica, so Amita, Monica, and Rita. Monica is X years old. Amita is 3 years older than Monica. So Amita is plus 3. And Rita is twice the age of Amita. So 2 lots of X plus 3. If the mean age of the 3 sisters is 15, how old is Amita? Okay, so we know we add them all up. We divide them by how many they are, which is 3, and this equals 15. Okay? So if we multiply both sides by 15, we know X plus 3 plus X plus 2 lots of X plus 3 equals 45. I'm going to expand this out. So I'm going to get 2x plus 6, x plus 3, plus x equals 45. Now I'm going to collect like terms. X, 2x, that is in fact 4x. And then, oh my, 3 plus 6 is 9. So plus 9 equals 45. Take away 9 from both sides. 4x equals 36. Divide both sides by 4. X equals 9. So we worked out x equals 9, but something to look in the question, if the mean age of the frieze is how old is a metre? We know that a metre is x plus 3. So 9 plus 3 is 12 years. If you just put 9, you wouldn't have got that last full mark. So watch out for that. Okay, 23. Asher, Lucy are selling pencils in a school shop. They sell boxes of pencils and single pencils. Asher sells 7 boxes of pencils, okay, so 7B, and 22 single pencils plus 22. I'm not going to write S because sometimes they look like 5, so I'm just going to put P. And this is Asher. Lucy sells 5 boxes of pencils and 2 single pencils. And that's Lucy. Asher sells twice as many pencils as Lucy. Okay. So I know that 2 lots of Lucy's will be the same as Asher's. So I get 7B plus 22P equals 2 lots of 5B plus 2P. So, right, now that I've done this, I've realised I've got 2 variables. However, and I know if I expand and simplify this, I'm then going to have 2 variables which I'm not going to get rid of. But what I've realised is even though this looks like 2 variables, they're actually still pencils. We have boxes of pencils and then single pencils. So these single pencils, we can just leave it as the number because we just need to work out how many pencils there are. Okay, so now we can expand. So 7B, I don't know why, 7B plus 22 equals 10B plus 4. Okay, so now I'm going to minus 7B from both sides. So I get 22 equals 3B plus 4. I'm going to minus 4 from both sides, so I get 18 equals 3B. Divide both sides by 3. 6 equals B. So how many pencils are in a box? There's 6 pencils in a box. Perfect.